Lesson 22. Convert an array to an array list. In this lesson, I will show you how to convert an array to an array list. This can be useful in many situations. It's like converting a string to an array, but this time we will convert an array to an array list. So let's start. At the top of the page, we import two themes, the array list and the arrays javautil.arrays and javautil.arraylist. Then we create a double array. If you noticed, I wrote double with big D, as in generics you usually work with the full class name and not the primitive data type name like int or double with small d, etc, etc. So I also wrote those class names for you. This is how you use integer with an array list. I'm not going to cover generics as of now, but I just wanted to point it, and you also don't really need to understand it now. Just follow along. So we have a double array with some numbers 4.0, 5.5, etc, etc. We create an array list with the type of double, we call it B. We declare the new array list, and then in the argument, when we create the array list, we write arrays as list, and we put inside the as list argument is parentheses. We put the array we created, the double array. It's a regular double array, as you can see. It's just with a big D instead of a small d. Then we loop the array list to see that everything works. Let's do this. So as you can see, 4.0, 5.5, 3.6 until the end. After that we output other stuff. Let me show you. Here what I do is convert the array list back to an array. This is done with these two lines. It cannot be done with one line. First thing we do is declare the new array and its size. Its size will be equal to the array list size. Remember, B is the array list, and this is how you call the size of the array list. And then we assign to it all the values of the array list by calling again the array list and then the toArray method and passing to it the empty array, so it will know what type of array we want, and then it will convert the B array list to an array. Nothing too complicated. And after that we loop it again, so we can see it. We loop this time converted the double array list that we converted from the array list. I meant the C array. It's an array, not array list. Let's continue. And finally, I was just having fun. I converted a string separated by a comma. I converted it to a string array using split, as you can see here. And then I converted it to an array list and looped it. As you can see, we put it here, use as list and put the array we created and turn it to a string array list. And I also separated them with this character line. So here, as you can see, in the second time we print everything. When we convert the array list back to an array, you have the values again. It's the same values that are here. And in the final one, you see all of these strings as elements in the array list as we loop them, foo, bar, whatever, all the gibberish I wrote. And yeah, that's kind of it. We converted a regular array to an array list using asList, and then we converted the array list back to an array using toArray, and we also first created the empty array that has the same size as the array list, and then again we looped it. Oh, also in the loop, if you noticed I used double with a small d. Apparently this can be done, but you can use the big D, it's no problem. Just be careful you don't get a mismatch between data types. But this shouldn't be a problem. As you can see, we can manipulate the array and the array list easy. And finally, I converted a string to an array and then to an array list and then looped it again. And that's it for this lesson. I just wanted to show you that those tricks. That's it.